First of all, congratulations to you both for this amazing project. I found it very entertaining. What was it about this project that you both wanted to be a part of this?
You can go.
I think Vanessa's
I think you're
muted.
on mute, Mama.
Oh,
I think for me, it was just I just want to. What I loved first and foremost was that it was a rom-com set in Texas, and as a Latina that grew up in Texas, I had never seen anything like that, and I thought it was something so important, right? As part of the revolution of American Latino storytelling in terms of film and television, I felt like it's just like one of the many stories that are out there to help portray us in a different light, to get our culture out into the world. And I thought that, okay, this we have to
mhm.
do, even if I wasn't a part of it, I was going to support it and give it so much love, just because I knew how important it was for our culture and our history of American Latino filmmaking.
Absolutely. That definitely ties in with how I feel about seeing and different in the Latinidad, but seeing different cultures within it. I mean, we've got Dominican, Puerto Rican, um, I'm Cuban as well, Mexicana, of course, and just all of these different flavors mixed into one. Just having us really be seen as entrepreneurs, mothers, lovers, beautiful storytelling with a backdrop like San Antonio was just so killer. And I've never really immersed myself as much. And Vanessa said it earlier today. One of the only films that have come out of Tejano culture, Selena, and to immerse myself and really feel that and see where she comes from and be there in the middle of it was just so phenomenal because I was just like in awe of now knowing that this is going to be on a global worldwide stage with superstars within the film as well. So super important to go see this.
Definitely. You guys got to work alongside Luis Fonsi, which made his film debut in this film. What was that like?
It was awesome because, people were telling me that this was his first acting debut. And then I got on set and I was like, wait a minute, bro, this is not your first time acting. And he was like, no, actually, I've done soap operas before. And
Mhm.
obviously, he has such a huge career um, and music. And when you do music videos, I've done videos before, and you get to act a little bit. So I think him just having that camera presence, that artistic presence, he knows how to work with creative energy. It was fun to watch him discover this new element, which was film rom-com, right? That was his first time. And Yeah, it was easygoing and fun. That's all with him.
Honestly, those are really I would share in that sentiment. Growing up with his music and knowing the level of work he puts into what he does is so inspiring. Being set on such a global platform, but also knowing that he cared about it just as much as us and I feel like you don't know what you're gonna get when someone is just so iconic and so famous. And he was just very dedicated, very prepared, very fun, and that's what makes us as actors. We can really dive into our roles even more because you're giving a lot of your life and your personality, and you don't have to kind of shy away from that. You can dive in and feel safe, like have a safe space to create art and to work so well together. So working with him was really phenomenal, and I hope we get to do it again.
Definitely. And other than Luis Fonsi, you had an incredible cast with Angélica María, uh, Chris Kattan, and Pepe Serna. What was that experience like with such veteran actors?
It was so surreal. I keep saying this over and over, but it was so surreal for me to work with Angélica María and Pepe Serna at the same
Hmm.
time because that opening scene or one of the opening scenes where I go back home and I'm with Angélica and Pepe. and watch them and their, even though Pepe is an American Latino
Hmm.
actor, and Angelica grew up in Latin America, doing her thing in the telenovelas, to see those worlds kind of mesh and bring their energy together was was amazing, because you grew up watching both of them, and to like be there in their energy, having fun with them. I had a blast. I just like every moment was like surreal for me with these icons, and I just felt honored to be there. I was
Definitely.
like overworked because it was so much. We were like
Hmm.
on set and having interviews, but I was like, at the end of the day, I was like, I just kept bringing myself back to gratitude. I was like, I'm just grateful to be here. I'm just
Hmm.
grateful to be here because you don't want to lose out on being present with them.
Hmm.
That kind of exhaustion is like the best kind of
Hmm.
exhaustion. I feel like it's the word surreal is such a cool thing to say too. But I feel like, yes, these stars on Angelica Maria and Chris Kattan and Pepe Serna. But also I feel like working with Tatanka Means and the titan that he is and the peace that he brings to set, I just wanted to be like, ugh, the whole time, just
Hmm.
feeling his energy, especially bringing it for the indigenous people. And it being such a diverse cast. I think that was one of the leading values of our team and of our camp. He really was sharing that behind the scenes and in front of the camera, what his life is like. And he's more like a contemporary, but he's gonna keep shooting up and be one of the rising stars within not only his people, but the message that he gives. So I think that if I really sit down and think about working with all the people that we
Hmm.
worked with, it's crazy because it kind of happened in the blink of an eye, but in that moment you think you're just working so hard. Like
Hmm.
Vanessa said, that it's hard to take time to really sit there and think, wow, I'm sitting across from this person and just having a regular conversation and a cafecito, because they have so much artistry and power and a level of existence to really share with the world.
Definitely. And one of the biggest things about rom-coms is that they have to be funny, but at the same time, you have to have a vulnerability with your character. What was it like to step into this character, and were you able to put some of your own personality into these characters?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I think so. I think, at the time,
Hmm.
I'm a soon to be mama right now. So, at the time, playing Christina and having that role as a mother, I think that, it was very inspiring for me to just kind of feel like, wow, this could and will. I mean, at that time, I wasn't thinking I'm going to be a mom soon. Um, it could be my life, and
Hmm.
having that mentality, looking at my sisters, my tias, my mom, just different matriarchs in my life. I feel like that was really put into those types of roles, interviewing them, taking time to really have a sense of what this feels like, because that is a big part of her life, but also the friendship, the three of us, the trifecta. I feel like that was also such a cool thing because you draw upon other friendships in your life, and you see how you can relate to each other even though you're on different journeys or different paths. So yeah, I feel like there was quite a few things to have that comedy, but also that real groundedness, and feeling like the glue where I'm like, girls, we got to come together and be together and
Hmm.
really have each other's backs, type of personality. I think that some of Viv was given to Christina in that aspect.
Anything you want to add, Vanessa?
Yeah, I think for me it was just growing up in Texas from a small town, I really did feel like my dreams were so far-fetched. And I think what I connected, with her on a interpersonal level was knowing that my dreams are valid,
Hmm.
right? And getting to that point, because sometimes we think like, oh, well, I wasn't born into it, right? Like I wasn't a child actor. I wasn't, it's just something. I thought something white people did, to be honest. I was like, oh, acting that's for white people in a different part of another reality,
Mhm.
right? And so for Adela to validate her dreams and to know that she deep down inside of her, she wanted to do something that was totally different than everybody around her, right? I connected a lot with that, and knowing that it was that your dreams are real, right?
Mhm.
No matter what they look like. And then that, yeah, that was it. Searching for something bigger.
Awesome. Well, congratulations to you both, and thank you very much for your time. And
Yeah.
congratulations, Viv, on your future motherhood.
Oh, thank you so much, Jesus. That means a lot to me. Gracias.